Meshali massacre took place on the 23rd of December 1991. At that time, Armenians surrounded the village from all directions. They were equipped with machine guns, automatic rifles, and other modern weapons. There were a self-defense battalion and 11-12 soldiers of the National Army in the village. 4 members of the Ganimat family were martyred at the entrance to the village. Guliyev Ganimat himself, his wife Urba, and sons Ismail and Matlab lost their lives. Humbato Bahlul became a martyr too. From the family of Novruz himself, his wife Adila, daughters Rubabah and Rahila, and son Allahverdi were martyred. Also, Vidadi, a 7th grader, became a martyr. Their neighbors, Avaz and Gonche, also lost their lives. Gasimov Anvar and 80-year-old Suraya were also among those who were martyred. When Nurmamedov Hussein was severely wounded, his wife Pakiza, as well as his nephews Ali and Nadir, tried to take him to Shisha, but they were stopped by Armenians while attempting to leave the village. As a result, Nurmamedov Hussein, his wife Pakiza, and nephews Ali and Nadir were shot to death inside a UAZ vehicle. In addition, Kamil and Musa, the National Army soldiers, Tahir, a member of the Self-Defense Battalion from Yevlakh, as well as Faik, a native of Aghdam, were martyred. A total of 365 people in the village suffered from the massacre, and 14 people were severely wounded. Almost all inhabitants of the village fled barefoot and bareheaded towards the Kyrgyz mountain. Armenians surrounded the village early in the morning during the Meshali events. They set up machine guns on 3 sides of the village, and after that they attacked the village using machine guns and also grenade launchers and other heavy weapons. They gave commands in 3 languages, Russian, Armenian, and their voices could be heard saying, "First group forward, second group forward." Massacres started from the middle of the besieged village. Humbato Bahlul was martyred at the entrance to the village. Then 4 persons from Guliyev Ganimat's family, Ganimat himself, his wife, and his sons, Matlab and Ismail, were martyred. From Novruz family, Novruz himself, his wife Adila, daughters Rubaba and Rahila, and son Allahverdi were martyred by Armenians. When Novruz house was besieged, the villagers saw the participation of Badara villagers, Makhirtichan Vagif, Armais, and Ernest. They said, "Novruz, we know you're a hunter and shooter, but will not leave your family alive." After him, 7th grade student Allahverdi Vidadi was martyred. Kazimov Khalil was martyred too. The same happened to Gasimov Anvar. While Nurmamedov Hussein was seriously injured, his nephews Ali and Nadir tried to take him to Shusha. Armenians encircled him, his nephews and his wife Pakiza near the village and killed them inside a UAZ car. Aunt Suraya was martyred. 80-year-old Uncle Avaz and Aunt Goncha were martyred too. Then their grandson Ramil was captured by Armenians. Probably no one from the village could have survived. The neighboring village of Garagav came to help. Then, if the Kosalar battalion and the Khojali battalion had not come to help with the helicopter, the extent of the massacre would have probably been more terrible. All those who were martyred in Meshali were mentioned in the writings of that time. They were martyred directly inside the village. In other words, no one was martyred outside the village. The street fighting took place in the village, and thanks to the help that came from the village self-defense forces and others, the village was liberated again after the skirmishes and fightings. The village remained in our hands for 40 days, and among these martyrs, Guliyev Ganimat, Novruz, Humbatov Bahlul, Pakiza, Hussein, Ali, Nadir later rests in Farash village cemetery, Gasimov Anvar in Arduslu, Avaz and Goncha in Aghdam, and Ansaraya in Shusha. As a result of the 44-day war, thanks to our Supreme Commander-in-Chief, our lands have been liberated, and recently the family of Humbatov Bahlul went to visit their father's grave. Recently, the families of Guliyev Ganimat, Kazimov Khalil, and others visited the graves of their lost ones too. We are grateful to our Commander-in-Chief. We believe that Mokhtarchyan Vagiv, who was arrested today at the Lachun post, and his companions will be brought to justice.